What if something you do every day is secretly reshaping your mind, altering your emotions, and even affecting your relationships without you realizing it? Masturbation. It's a topic no one talks about openly, yet almost everyone experiences. Some say it's completely harmless, a natural part of human sexuality. Others claim it's slowly rewiring the brain, draining energy, and even lowering confidence. But what if the truth is far more complicated than either side admits? Science has uncovered shocking facts about what daily masturbation does to the brain, body, and even long-term happiness. And the effects are far more powerful than you've been led to believe. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what happens inside your body when this habit becomes a problem, and most importantly, how to take control before it starts controlling you. Masturbation is more than just a physical act. It is deeply rooted in the way the brain processes pleasure, stress, and emotions. Most people assume they do it simply because it feels good. But is that really the whole story? The human brain is designed to seek rewards. Every time you do something pleasurable, eating your favorite food, winning a game, achieving a goal, your brain releases a surge of dopamine, the chemical responsible for motivation and reward. Masturbation triggers this same chemical response. But here's where things get interesting. Unlike working towards an actual goal, which takes effort and patience, masturbation delivers a shortcut to pleasure, instant gratification with no work required. The problem? When the brain gets used to receiving pleasure quickly and easily, it starts to crave it more. At first, it might seem harmless. But over time, this habit can start replacing other sources of motivation, making it harder to find joy in real-world experiences. Could this be the reason some people struggle with motivation, energy, or even social confidence? Science suggests the answer is more complex than you think. From the very first touch, a chemical chain reaction begins inside your body. Your nervous system activates, your heart rate increases, and a flood of neurotransmitters is released. But what do these chemicals actually do? First, dopamine floods the brain, creating a sense of pleasure and reward. This is why masturbation feels good in the moment. Next, oxytocin, the bonding hormone, is released. Normally, oxytocin is triggered by deep human connection like a meaningful conversation or physical intimacy with a partner. But when you release it through solo stimulation, your brain begins associating pleasure with isolation rather than human connection. Then, endorphins, the body's natural painkillers, are released. They create a brief moment of relaxation and euphoria, which is why many people use masturbation as a way to escape stress or negative emotions. Finally, prolactin is released after orgasm. This hormone is responsible for the feeling of tiredness or emptiness that often follows. While this process might seem harmless, there's one major problem. Repeated overstimulation can lead to long-term changes in the brain's reward system. The more you rely on this cycle for quick pleasure, the harder it becomes for your brain to experience excitement from normal activities. Have you ever noticed how things that once made you happy, hanging out with friends, pursuing hobbies, setting and achieving goals, start to feel less interesting over time? Could excessive masturbation be playing a role in this? The brain is an adaptive organ. It changes based on how it is used. When you train it to expect easy, instant pleasure, it begins to rewire itself around that expectation. This is where things get dangerous. Studies have shown that excessive masturbation can desensitize the brain's dopamine receptors. In simple terms, this means the brain becomes less sensitive to normal sources of pleasure. Over time, activities that once brought excitement, spending time with loved ones, working towards goals, engaging in social interactions, begin to feel dull or uninteresting. This is called dopamine resistance and it is one of the major reasons why some people who engage in daily masturbation report feeling unmotivated, numb, or emotionally disconnected. But that's not all. Excessive masturbation can also increase stress and anxiety. While it provides a momentary escape, repeated overstimulation can lead to a depletion of key neurotransmitters, making it harder for the brain to regulate emotions. Have you ever felt an unexplained sense of dissatisfaction, even after experiencing pleasure? Could this habit be contributing to it? Confidence is one of the most powerful traits a person can have. But confidence isn't just about how you look or how you speak, it's about how you feel about yourself. Repeatedly relying on masturbation for pleasure can subtly chip away at self-confidence in ways many don't even notice. Here's how. First, the brain begins to prioritize solo stimulation over real-world interactions. As a result, social anxiety can increase. When real-life relationships require effort, the brain might resist, preferring the easy pleasure it has been conditioned to expect. Second, the body's energy levels shift. Regular ejaculation, particularly in men, causes a temporary drop in testosterone levels. Testosterone is the hormone linked to drive, ambition, and confidence. When levels fluctuate too frequently, it can lead to increased fatigue, lower motivation, and even lower self-esteem. Third, prolonged exposure to extreme stimulation, especially when paired with pornography, can create unrealistic expectations of intimacy. Over time, this can make real-life relationships feel less satisfying, leading to reduced attraction, lower sexual confidence, and even difficulty forming deeper emotional connections. How many people unknowingly sabotage their own confidence and relationships simply because they never question this habit? Masturbation in itself isn't harmful. The problem arises when it starts to interfere with daily life, relationships, or emotional well-being. So how do you know if your habit has become excessive? Ask yourself these questions. Do you feel drained, unmotivated, or mentally foggy after doing it? Do you struggle to find excitement in normal activities that used to make you happy? Have you noticed an increase in social anxiety or a preference for solo pleasure over real-life connections? Do you use it as a way to escape stress, boredom, or emotional discomfort? Do you feel like it's something you have to do rather than something you choose to do? If you answered yes to any of these, it may be time to take a closer look at your habits. The good news? The brain is incredibly adaptable. Just as it can be rewired through overstimulation, it can also be reset by making intentional changes. Reducing frequency, engaging in activities that naturally boost dopamine such as exercise, social interaction, and goal setting can help restore the brain's natural reward system. Focusing on real-world experiences rather than artificial stimulation can help rebuild confidence, increase motivation, and improve overall well-being. The goal isn't to eliminate pleasure but to regain control over it. The reality is, masturbation is neither purely good nor purely bad. It all comes down to how it's used. For some, it's harmless. For others, it's an invisible habit that quietly steals energy, motivation, and happiness. The question you need to ask yourself isn't whether you can keep doing it, but whether you should. Because in the end, the most powerful thing you can do is take back control of your own mind. And the decision is yours. But before you go, I want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed any of these effects in your own life? What do you think about the science behind it? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps more people discover this information. And if you want more eye-opening content on topics that impact your mind, body, and everyday life, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.